What's up, everybody? We're back with the Strange Corner crew. Just waiting for Bean.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Nope, it's gonna be Bean first. What's up, everybody? We're back with the
Hi.
Strange Corner.
Okay, sorry. I'm done. Sorry.
What's up, everybody? We're back with the Strange Corner crew.
Ben?
What?
What's up, everybody? We're back with the Strange Corner crew. Nope.
I'm Bean. I'm Bean.
No. I'm gonna start over. we got it.
Bean.
What's up, everybody? We are back with the Strange Corner crew.
I'm Bean.
I'm Ben.
I'm Benson.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Will.
And today we are going to discuss quarantine, everybody's favorite subject of the matter of this last couple of months. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Other than being terrified at 3 a.m. this morning, I'm alright.
What happened?
Well, let me just tell you, I was asleep. And Bane was out of the kennel, and Hannibal also is here. Both of them are cat and dogs. As you can tell, there's two different things.
We'll let the audience decide which one's a cat.
Well, apparently Hannibal got terrified of Bane and wanted to jump on the bed, and he wanted to use me to climb. And he got my back, and then he got right here on my head. There's like still a little bit of dried blood from my head on my hand, but the window was open, so I thought someone like had come in and like just tried to kill me. Dude, man, there's Hannibal. He's in the window. He's glowing because he's a divine spirit.
That's amazing.
But yeah,
I would have cracked myself if I woke up seeing
I almost had a heart attack. I'm not
like
gonna
a
lie.
massive white light.
Just wow.
What about everybody else?
I stay up to 6 a.m. every day.
You and me both. Most of us here have been staying up till like 5 or 6.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got my sleep schedule back. Beforehand, I was staying up kind of late, like 1 or 2 in the morning, which I guess is rookie numbers at this point. But like,
That's lunch for us.
but
Yeah, right.
no, like last night, for the first time in a really long time, I went to bed at like 9:30. Given I woke up at like 2 and then got online, and Will also hilariously was online, so I just joined him, spoke with him for a minute. I mean, quarantine to me has been like weird, but in a different way. Because I got full time at where we work, and I didn't get furloughed. But it's been different. And it was kind of fun the first week or two. But after that, man, I'm over it. Like it's I couldn't imagine like being what you guys are doing, what most people are doing, and having to stay home all the time.
Yeah.
It just, man, I was off for 4 days in a row the other day, and I just about lost it. Like I'm not about it, man. Where we're from, like nobody cares at
People
all.
need to though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We have
Like,
so
no-
many people around here that just don't care. Like they're
Like,
not
dude,
taking it
Especially
seriously.
the old people.
Yeah, dude, the local Walmart's a freaking cesspool. Like,
It is. Oh
like,
my
in-
god.
Like,
Even
holy
otherwise,
crap.
I'll be honest. Like today, I went out and I got lunch with my fiance, and we got some curbside food. Again, try to keep local businesses. We ate local as much as we can. Keep them in business as much as possible. And we went and just sat in our car at the park, and they had there's a bunch of food trucks set up down there, and I guess they do that every Friday. I didn't know that, but yeah, I mean 50, 60 people just all over there in the park by the food truck, just sitting. No mask. I saw like 3 masks the entire time we were over there. Nobody's
Yeah.
taking it seriously over here, I don't feel.
Yeah.
So Kroger, I went grocery shopping yesterday. They made me put on a mask.
Which is
And I was
good, like in my
I
opinion.
mean, I'm one of those people that's like, I don't care. I know I'm not sick, so I'm just kind of doing my own thing.
They're starting to force, because our store's like slowly opening back up, and they're forcing like the people that are still there to start wearing masks now. Totally not when all of this started, of course, but like now, like we're having to wear like gloves and masks now.
Yep.
And it seems to me like there's 3 different kinds of people. There's either people that don't give a flying banana and are doing nothing to help. They're people who are, just kind of following the rules, just kind of with a balanced head. Or there's people that are flipping the piss out for no reason, like, it's just,
I
I
still
don't
can't find toilet paper.
Yeah.
I have
Or-
not run out of
hey.
toilet paper yet.
I know. I'm just saying. I looked down the aisle at Kroger and it was just a. Oof.
Or webcams.
I got
Yeah.
that $1 pack of toilet paper from Dollar General.
That was
Good
that
to
half ply.
Oh, you already know
Having
it.
it, too.
Sand
paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
got it
choose
for free.
aluminum
That's
foil.
all I'm saying. All right.
Have you guys watched Dave?
I've not
No.
seen it yet. I really want
Lucas.
to.
No, I
My
don't.
Hulu got messed up. I had Hulu, and then something happened, and it was like, "We need you to sign in." Try to sign in. It's like, ugh.
I miss Hulu, man. I haven't had it in a minute.
So I think I'm just gonna get the bigger plan of Disney Plus, so I get Hulu.
We had Disney Plus for a while, but I mean, I'll be honest, we watched through all the Star Wars stuff, watched a good bit of The Mandalorian, never finished it. And then
You,
decided
how
that-
dare you say that?
it wasn't that good, man. I'm like,
What?
I
was
wish I had the
okay.
ability to
I
kick
think
you
it
out
was
of
pretty
here.
Dude, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the best
Baby
thing that they
Yoda was
made.
super cute.
Now I'm a guy that argues that the newest remakes are good. Some people are like,
oh yeah, I like
No,
them.
I'm right there with you. I love them.
My dad who lived through the originals, like, I mean, they're okay. I was like, you don't have a say in this.
Right.
I like the prequels better. All three of them. Like even aside from that, I love Episode 1. You know, unpopular opinion here.
So I
I'm
rewatched
Star
the
Wars buff.
prequels right as Disney Plus came out, and I realized they weren't atrocious, but I can see why they're not regarded heavily.
They
I'm just-
suffered from the time that they came out and George Lucas's horrible writing. You know,
Yeah.
just putting that.
You know,
out there.
even like George Lucas's writing is fine with me. It the only thing that I hate is the crappy CGI. I would rather have like freaking Jabba the Hutt.
Apple,
Dude.
the Apple.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
scene
I
where he
think
uses
I
the
think that they
fork.
were victims of that time.
Well,
like
like-
1 and 2, 3 was okay. Had they all been like Episode 3, that would have.
I went and saw 3 in theaters.
Well, on the topic of quarantine and everything, I think, and Bean and I should have a video out soon. I'm not really sure where it's falling in line with when we have
It'll
this.
come out right before this one. So
Yeah. So if you've already seen it, we've kind of touched on the topic of different beliefs and different theories on the coronavirus, and not even just that. What's going to happen afterwards? Everything with currency. I'm interested now that we have everybody here. We're kind of everybody stand. We've been trying to not talk about it as much and save it for this. So if y'all have anything, I want to hear it personally.
My 401k.
My
I'll be honest.
401,000.
I haven't looked at it. Not since
I
this.
I haven't either.
don't want to look at it.
I've been terrified to see what any of the stuff. Like I know I dabble a good bit in just the stock market in general, and I'm not by any means like somebody who throws a ton of money into it. I've made a decent amount just recently off some oil stuff, but man, like it's terrifying to think about the economy collapsing because people like us, the essential crew, the essential workers are out there risking our lives for it, and it really puts into perspective like the backbone of this company or the backbone of this country is really the everyday man, like the person who goes to work every day and does the work, the work that you don't really think of being as something you can't live without until something like this occurs. And you realize that the kids in high school that are put into a position to learn new skills at McDonald's or Hardee's or whatever, like that is such an integral part, because those people go on to be the next leaders eventually. They move out of that position if they ever do, or they go up and those people are just, that's what we have right now. And I think the thought of their hard work going to nothing and the economy collapsing and nothing really coming out of it is like such a distressing thought to me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Robinhood right now, just because that's the only thing I dabble
Ooh.
with.
I hate that.
Today.
It looks like
Today.
it's looking rough.
Elon Musk got mad about where the stocks were for Tesla, and he started ranting and raving on Twitter, and the stocks dropped down.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, "They're too high. They're too high. We gotta sell them." He was just going on the whole rant, which is pretty cool. Like, I don't know, the guy, he doesn't want to build it up way too high. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
he's like,
It's
I want
sitting
it
at
right.
699 right now.
it was over 7.
That's always been an expensive stock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
I think Elon Musk is the voice of reason in all of this.
he is.
In my personal opinion. So you had the thing where he gave out the ventilators to a hospital. A news company was like, "No, you didn't." And I love how he just so nonchalantly just tweeted out the receipts and was like, "At news company, here they are."
Yeah.
And like, just that's all he did. And I was like, "Golly, that's rough." And then the other day, he's like, "Open America back," because I don't think his plants have been shut down for Tesla.
Mm-mm.
Most of his are already automated. What do you say? How do you say it? Automated. I was about to say automized.
I think the new normal after this you'll see, if there's anything that I hope comes out of this, it's something that I've been hearing almost either every day at work or just in general. The people that you interact with, I feel like at the end of it, before we would kind of just dismiss that interaction, be like, all right, see ya. Now I feel like I end more interactions with the words like stay safe or stay healthy more than I ever have. And I want that to stick around after this. I want the genuine caring that we appear to have for another human being's safety and health to actually stick around. That's, if there's anything that comes out of this, that's the only thing that I'm worried about.
That's apparently not happening in New York though, man. New York's in a state of like distress right now. Did y'all hear?
Just came in.
Yeah, there was just like one instance that I heard that really like caked it over for me. That they're in trouble up there, man. Like the what was it? They found like a trailer full of dead bodies outside of a funeral home somewhere up there.
Because they don't have a space for them. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. So
Well,
like
anything that's New York City is arguably the most highly density populated area. So no matter if it's
clean.
the flu, they get hit hard.
And they're not that clean either. So I mean, it's like that's to me that's why like China and Italy got hit so hard is because like I don't know, like they're not like the cleanest places in the whole wide world. And then in some places in the U.S., it's also just as gross, not sanitary.
Well, China, they have a worse. Their houses are as big as my bedroom.
Right.
That's the size of a house in China. In the
population density is
incredible.
And there's pollution everywhere too. We
haven't been hearing a lot of India. Like I haven't heard a lot of
No one hears anything from India, man.
You'd think, because they don't have like any laws regarding pollution and stuff, so you'd think it would hit them hard, but I haven't heard anything.
Well, I mean, some people. There's some places where people just literally take dumps on the street. So I mean,
Yeah.
Some dude in Florida eats some dude's face off.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
So
without any sauce.
There's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say in Sweden, they haven't actually done any stay in shelter orders, and they haven't seen a spike.
They also have one of the best healthcare systems in the world.
Yeah,
though. Like that's one of the big things people forget
and
about.
The best Wi-Fi.
How's Canada doing? You never hear about them either.
Oh, they're shut down. They're doing UBI $2,000. I've heard anyway, $2,000 a month until this is all over.
Well, the big thing about Canada,
I don't think they're too worried about it.
Canada's a big place, but it's mostly rural.
Yeah,
So, you look at a map of Canada, you're like, dang, a lot of people can live there. But when you look, most of the people are all on the border, or they're just kind of scattered out in big cities.
Montreal, Quebec, up in the northeast.
Nobody likes fishing in Quebec.
Dude, I bet there's a Bigfoot up in Canada somewhere, dude. Let's just touch base on that. Like that's got to be a thing.
We gotta go.
On the basis of like thing may or may not be real. I think Benson had some stuff he wanted to talk about.
I do. But before I go into that, there's one thing I want to address, and this is coming up. This was mostly false evidence, but it's really interesting. So, I come from a religious background. I'm Baptist. There has been talk about a chip from Bill Gates. Now, he's mentioned this chip before, and what he's saying is this chip is going to be used, it's going to be implanted. It's going to bring a happier world because, one, the government's going to, or people's going to, they're going to know where everyone is, so it's going to cut down on crime rate. Two, it's going to be used for currency. So instead of having cash or a card, you would use this to pay, which I'm sure, if it came to that, probably wouldn't cancel out cash cards. That's once again just probably a random fact. However, there's a rumor, and I've been looking into it. I don't think it's real, but it says that the patent for the chip, the number, is WO202060606 So, coming from a religious background, in Revelations 13:16, and he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark of the beast on the right hand over their foreheads. So that's a really interesting thing. So if you go on like fact checks, most of it's false. But to me, I was reading, I'm like, it's really interesting because
you know.
See, I don't listen to a word Bill Gates says.
I don't either.
The reason is he has so much money. He thinks if he can just flaunt it and spend it, people are going to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been the voice of reason. No, he's got his money in the World Health Organization and CDC, and he wants to make more money.
Yeah.
He's not he's got a doctorate somewhere, but he's not a health doctor. Sure, he might be a smart man, but he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because, yeah, I've never really trusted. I mean, he invented Microsoft. Fantastic. I mean, I use Microsoft-based things every day. But the Bible even quotes, it's like, at first the mark of the beast, it seems awesome because it seems like something that's going to really help our livelihood and something that could benefit us greatly. And then Bill Gates gets up there and he's like, this is something that could benefit us greatly. This is something that could change the whole world, blah, blah, blah. And one thing that I'll say, religious background or not, I don't want a chip in me. I don't. That freaks me out. Especially if...
Sure you, Lucas.
I feel like they can,
Lucas is already half cyborg.
I feel like that somebody's going to get hacked and get, malware somehow.
I'm just going to be walking down the street and be like, hey, man, how you...
No, dude, you like Call of Duty and you can't control your leg. You're like, yeah!
Yeah, but it's a freaky thing. I personally don't think it's related to that whatsoever. The patent thing, that was probably somebody... actually, I do want to read one more thing that I had. This says, what's true? Microsoft published a patent for a cryptocurrency system using body active data. This patent filed under the number W02020060600681. The number contains 3 sixes, but is obviously not the same as 666. So that
doesn't even sound like a patent number.
It doesn't. That's what's crazy to me is because I feel like that's fake, so fake. But
well, let's see.
Let's see exactly.
Jeez.
What are you doing? You said let's see.
I'm looking up what patent numbers look like. I'm just curious.
Let me take the time while he's doing that just to say, don't live in fear,
oh, yeah.
Straight up. If anything happens to me, the apocalypse, I too come from a religious background. There's a time where I didn't believe whatsoever, and now I do wholeheartedly. And, I don't think that there's going to be any chance for anybody to be like, oh, well, I've been living this kind of life. Let me do this because the apocalypse is nigh. I don't know. That's just me. I think it's going to be just a normal day, and my thing is just live like nothing's going on, man. Keep informed, and that's all I can say. That can be applied to everything.
They do have zeros, but for an example,
they're given numbers based on the number of patent that it is.
Well, you had what the Monster Energy drink. People, oh my word, people in
an example of a patent, let's say if it's a document, it's T, zero. It's a bunch of zeros and a 1. So the zeros come first. So
but you have things like the Monster Energy drink. There was a while where people from my church were basically
yes.
don't drink Monster Energy drink because it's got the 3 marks. I'm like, it's a claw. I mean, I don't from a raptor. Probably they have. It cracks me up. The thing people will take something so small. Like here, I'm drinking this non. What's the word I'm looking for? Non-promotion Fresca.
And I wouldn't pay it any mind. Because all that and people protesting. I don't think it's right for us to get political on Strange Corner. But what I will say, me personally, all these people protesting right now, they're not helping anything. Just saying, nobody's helping anything. Whether you're right or wrong, I'm not going to say what I think, but what I will say is that, I mean, you're just adding to the problem. It's just best to follow the rules like everybody else, and just that way this will be done faster, and we can just stop being repressed. Because I'm over it.
But did they get sued?
I don't know. Like I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They did.
I don't think.
I mean, then do a little bit more digging into it, because I promise you will see report after report of people that are leaders of these anti-shut-in groups that are coming up positive for coronavirus. Like
Alex.
they are.
Well, I wouldn't
And
have a podcast.
That's part of it. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. So they may not get sick. They may never show symptoms, and that's just fine. Coming from somebody who I can't positively say that I've had it, but I know for a fact that for 15 days I had problems breathing. I had a fever for like 13 days. I was off work, and it was right at the beginning of all this. Me and Miranda both had it, and we were running a fever for days in a row. It wasn't super high, but it was still a fever. I'm a pretty active guy. I like to think that I can do almost anything for a long period of time, and I'd walk halfway up my stairs and be out of breath, and that's not like me. And I would get winded moving from one area to another. It's not like me. Now my test came back negative, but honestly, I just don't think she got the swab in the right spot, because she did it in my car because I had to do the whole drive-through deal, and I think she got back a little bit in there, but nothing like you're supposed to, from what I've heard the test is supposed to be anyway. And it took 13 days to get the test results back anyway.
Something I'd like to add on to. I joined a chat the other day and gave my thought on should we open it back up or should we not, and I got called a sheeple for my answer. And I still couldn't disagree further. Like, my thing is, like, I mean, people say like, oh, the mortality rate isn't that bad. Okay, so listen. So when you say that, I just want you to think. You say it isn't that bad, but that's at least one person that died. That impacted somebody's. And that's my thing.
Yeah.
And think about the old people, man. Like that's what's gonna hit people. The respiratory. I can't say that word. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then immunocompromised people. Like, just because you want to go shop and you don't feel comfortable being stuck at home, that's not cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, and that's just
my biggest thing, and this is something that I will die by, and it is, you need to do what's best for the community. Like, I am merely a cog in the human machine, and if at the end of the day I don't get to go to a Mexican restaurant, but at the end of all of this more people get to, because more people are alive, then I'll make that sacrifice. Like, I'm not worried about I am fine now. Like, I've had a little bit of problem breathing the past couple of days, but there's no telling what that is.
Me too. I'm on an inhaler at the moment.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm chubby.
And honestly, that's what I think it is. I just think I haven't been active enough recently, so I'm just having some issues. But like, if at the end of this, like, I'm fine, like, that's good. I'm not worried about me. I'm a healthy dude. Like, I'm 29 years old. I'm very capable of fighting off infection.
One conspiracy that I really hate right now is that people are believing that their dogs are carrying corona and giving it to them. So, like, there's countries that are literally just killing all their dogs right now.
Dang.
Like, just killing them all. And I think they did it in Morocco.
I would rather die of
pit,
corona than
even
kill my
threw
dog.
puppies in the pit. I know.
I feel for my dog.
Look at the heavenly cat in the corner.
I mean, John Wick did.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily believe in the whole animal carrying it. I mean, it's possible for a germ to get on an animal, but I mean, if for it to physically be sick with it, yeah, no.
So cats have their own. Well, every dogs and cats have their own version of it, but it can't be spread to humans.
Cough. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Yeah.
Cough.
Cats. Their cat's version of corona. It pretty much is like cancer. Like, it fills up their lungs with fluid, and they can die or you can pay to like have it drained, but it keeps filling up. You know, that's what happened to Gabby's cat.
Did it die?
She had it put
Yeah.
down instead of spending thousands of dollars to make it suffer for longer. You know.
Yeah.
All right, Benson, I'm ready for your story.
Well,
You already teased us with it.
So we've talked about a lot of conspiracies, but I think this one is
This is the big one.
The big one.
Wait, I'm scared about this one. I don't know if I remember it.
yeah, I was talking about it before we started.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
fried.
we got what you mean. This was released 3 years ago, but was recently officialized, I guess is the way to say it, by the government.
Oh yeah.
Are we allowed to put that in here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it is publicly
it's
announced.
declassified.
The
So
U.S. government declassified it.
Yeah, of
I mean,
a
it's copyright free.
what?
as long as we don't put the
It's
actual
public
clip.
domain.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Of a unidentified flying object. Now, I've heard from reliable sources. That's all I can say is that it's quote unquote confirmed to be a. I hate saying a UFO because you hear, oh, it's a UFO, and you're automatically like, what?
Let me get my tinfoil hat.
Yeah, let me get my tinfoil hat. But I've heard from reliable sources that it is real. You know, the video.
That really spooked me. Oh my gosh, that was like.
So like, if you actually watch the clip, it's so funny how they actually have audio from the actual pilots and everything
so
because like
confused.
they're sitting there trying to like get it to track on the camera, but it just keeps on the camera, and then
Yeah.
finally like they get it where it flies right through their square and locks right on and follows. That thing was going fast though, man.
It was.
Beady.
Now
I
this.
think
I
I
mean,
would-
well, yeah. The thing is it's not publicly announced that it's real. But me personally, yeah, I think it's possible that it could be real. I mean, I want to for sure say yes from the person that I heard it from, but
Can you give any insight into why we should believe the validity of this comment?
I can't
Small
get.
amounts.
Well, so he.
You can give
Don't burn your
some
sources,
teaser.
don't-
Don't burn a source, but definitely
Don't
just
burn
give a
your
teaser
sources.
so that we have some validity behind it.
He has access to the Pentagon. That's all I
Okay.
can say. Like, yeah.
Okay,
So
that's good. That's good.
yeah, he or she, I guess is the way to say it. But I don't know. I mean, you hear 1,000 things a day about different, like Bigfoot being real, blah 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 blah. You know, UFOs. I want to believe it. I do. I mean, I get psyched over this type of stuff.
That's kind of the whole reason we started this, you know.
Yeah, like I mean, I think if I ever heard that
Thought
aliens are for sure
provoking.
real, yeah.
I don't know. Like I said earlier, UFO doesn't mean alien. For all
True.
we know, it could be a different country's little space project, and they're zipping around.
What year was that recorded, by the way?
2017.
17.
So, what I will say, I mean, you saw how that thing rotated in the sky.
Mhm.
Like, that can't be anything. Like, and it was high up in the sky, too. What do you know of any caliber that has that shape that does that besides Boba
here's the
Fett's
thing.
Slave One chip?
The government
Star
has stuff
Wars.
secret that we'll never know about, and so does other governments.
Yeah.
Trump even did. He quoted on the video. He called it one hell of a video. Yeah, like
What?
he called it one hell of a video is what he called it. And I mean, dude, it's the thing. It's confirmed that it is real. The video is not tampered with. That's what's crazy. So
To bring our focus off of Kim Jong Un. Boom.
Well,
Oh, well,
here's
whatever.
my thing. Here's one thing I'll say. Why would the government out of nowhere decide to declassify this video? If you know, I mean, what's the point? It's something that happened so many years ago.
It's to distract us from the virus, meaning nothing.
It could be something to distract us from the virus, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like that if something were to happen, and I haven't heard anything if anything's going to happen, but if something were to happen, it can't backlash on them because we can't be like, well, you didn't tell us anything about this being real. You know, it can't be like the government
See, it
kept all
doesn't
these
make
secrets.
sense from a government. The Pentagon has done some shady stuff,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot for them to be like, they're never going to say that they're in the wrong.
Right.
It takes a lot for them to release something.
They want to look
to
like the good
public.
guys.
Yeah. MK Ultra, Operation Paperclip.
Exactly.
Like,
A lot of people don't know that there was sanctioned sterilization in places like Birmingham, Alabama,
yeah, the South.
stuff like that, where they sterilized African Americans, and that was government sanctioned. And then
Are we
you
the
know,
bad people?
Probably.
No, I mean
So-
that stuff's terrible. Yeah,
The
but
Pen-
they're-
when it comes to the Pentagon, you've got your government, and then you got the Pentagon, like two separate entities. Like the Pentagon is on a whole different level.
I would like to give two thought-provoking points that are, in a sense, like something that you would see out of a video game or a movie. But if this stuff is real, and we don't know what could happen at this point, because currently what's happening with the virus is unprecedented. This alien thing just came out of nowhere. How feasible? The first point: how feasible is it for aliens to invade? Like, how would that go?
Fun.
From what I heard, now I've watched a lot of podcast scientists, and like I said earlier, about how if they looked at us from a telescope so far away that they would just see dinosaurs roaming because of sunlight traveling.
Yeah, but
And
they
then-
could literally have just flown by, though.
Yeah, but it'd be very hard, is what they're saying, to have a race that advanced to get here. And another point, I don't know
The
who said
universe
it.
is
It
old.
might have been Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he said, "Why would an alien who's so advanced that can travel thousands of light years look at us, apes that can barely walk and barely think, killing each other? You know, what would give them their interest that we barely have stuff compared to them?"
how much
Which I
do we
thought
know
was
about
a-
ants?
Which I thought was a good point.
What they
I mean,
could do is, like, if they're
slaves.
looking through like a telescope, seeing us from far away, they see the dinosaurs. Well, pretty much they're just like, well, there's living life. I know that there's going to be something living there now, and it's not going to be that thing.
I get
So,
what you're
like,
saying. But
I
like, the way
think-
he pointed it out was, why would they waste their time? I mean, yeah, they'd come and look. But
Three,
they
I mean,
wouldn't, like,
three
waste-
three reasons, and you see it in pop culture all the time, man. We'd either become slaves, we would become like livestock for them, or they want our resources, or some mixture of
It's gonna
any
be like
of the
that movie,
three.
Paul.
They probably need
Yeah,
livable land. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, just like China, overpopulation is a big problem. So if you got a race that's like a few million years ahead of us, of course they're going to be overpopulated, so they need somewhere else to put their people also.
Yeah.
So here's my thought process on it. If there's a civilization that has reached the level of intergalactic travel, they're not worried about population. They've got that solved.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're intelligent enough to have interspace travel, then they're not worried about, like, they're so far beyond the needs of finding food, finding land, finding resources. Unless they're in some type of distress state, like, that's a big if, because again, they're at the level where they can travel, billions and trillions of miles in a time span that's feasible for observation and, like, a realistic standpoint. Like, don't get me wrong, we could take a ship and just start sailing it past the cosmos, and eventually it will get somewhere, but that's not going to actually provide us any information, because eventually it'll just be another asteroid floating in space that means nothing because you can't travel or communicate with it. So
Oh, yeah.
if they've reached that point, they're not worried about those things. What I will say is, also, if they've reached that point, one of the obvious things that you can assume about that culture is that they love knowledge, they love learning, because they've done that. So why would they come see us? The same reason we look at an anthill, we want to learn about it. Like, how much do we know about ants? How many people do you have that just go out and their entire life is devoted to going into the jungle and looking at insects?
There's some ants right there.
Like to me,
yeah.
like
Fletch.
to me, all it takes is one leader of one country just blatantly killing one of them, and it pisses off an entire race of aliens, and then they come to fight us. Which I don't think that'll happen, but I think it's if aliens become a thing, I could see it happening. Now, my second thought was, what's the odds of Corona mutating into a zombie-like disease?
Highly unlikely. But
Highly
awesome if it
unlikely,
could.
but it would be dope.
Well, we all think it would be dope until we walk in and see our dog or our family getting munched on by some random people. So, I mean, that's not cool. But
Yeah.
like,
you just walk out. Man,
man, you
that's
want some of
rude, and you
this?
just walk away.
You
Well,
just see him like, you want some?
Are we talking World War Z zombies though? Or are we talking like Dawn of the
yeah.
Dead?
We're talking about
the-
Walking
the-
Dead, bro. I don't believe World War Z zombies
I
could
can't live
even
in
be
that, dude. If it were
realistic.
World War
I'd
Z
hate World War
zombies, I would.
If it was World War Z, I'd be dead.
Yeah, I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's over, man. Or any
Not
of the
like World
ones
War
where
Z,
it's like a
the
rage
muscles would be
wagon.
deteriorating. So, like, honestly, waiting it out for a while.
It could be more
That
of
would
like
work.
an I Am Legend situation, because you know how they have to, like, what
That'd
if
be
it came
terrifying.
what if it came to a point where, like, you know, at the beginning of the movie, before they can go anywhere or cross the border or whatever, they have to be checked if they're contaminated or not.
Right.
Either they scan their eye. That'd be crazy.
There, you're getting your temperature taken. Oh, you got a fever? Nope.
Sorry, man.
Take him to the gallows.
Just the reality of that situation. That I believe would be possible. The whole, like, you know, if you don't, that's another thing with, we haven't talked about it yet, the vaccine. There's going to be a lot of people, probably including myself, that are going to be very skeptical about taking it. But I wonder if that's going to come down to, if you don't have the vaccine, you can't work, you can't go shopping, which kind of rolls back into the mark of the beast kind of spiel. Because they,
Is the vaccine?
Hmm?
Is the vaccine the chip?
No, well, so I was about to bring that up. So Bill Gates did say, he said he would love to have it where they could intertwine it, where when you got the vaccine, it would also implant the chip. Now,
I
That
don't
would be
know about
painful.
that.
That's freaky.
I don't
That-
know about that.
that was said. That was said by Bill Gates. So that's one thing. Now, here's my thing: is would that stop me from coming and saying, hey, I don't want the chip, I just want the vaccine? Do you have to get both? Now,
Right.
I think that chip, the whole chip thing, I think is further in the future. I don't think that's something that's going to happen soon.
Well, they've been talking about that chip thing for a really long time.
They have.
You know,
Everybody
that was
talks about
before
it.
this.
Dude, I've gotten so bored, though, that, like, I have literally just driven to work and driven through the curbside service.
You were talking about chip, vaccine, all that stuff. Bill
Oh
Gates.
yeah, the chip being interlaced with the vaccine. Yeah, they've been talking about it for a
Don't
while.
mess it up, Bean.
They've been talking about it for a while, man. I mean, like, I don't know, it's a little shady. I don't know. The thought of having a chip in me freaks me out in general.
I don't think
I
people
kinda
need
like
to
it.
worry about it. In all honesty,
I don't think so.
I
Either.
feel like the chip would be good for health reasons. Like, if it could take vital signs and everything on a daily and just be like, hey, you're about to have a heart attack. No, I'm talking about, like, further.
Hey, you're about that.
Just a little chip, not something just connected to your heart.
See, my luck. I'd wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning and be super sleepy and have a notification. You're about to have a heart attack, and I'm like, I'm just too tired for this. I'm just too tired to handle this.
The chip goes in our foreheads for the aliens to control us.
One time when I was
Slave.
late for class, I was like, gotta get to class in 5 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to walk to class. And I was like, oh no. So I was power stepping. I get
Power
there
walking wheel.
and I had to climb up 3 flights of stairs. And usually if I pace myself, I'm not going to be like, but this time I was like, and I sat down and I was like, oh my God, I made it. And I looked down at my Apple Watch and it was like, unregular heartbeat sign.
Yeah,
We-
yeah.
We see that you're sitting still but have a very high heart rate. Are you okay? It's like,
No,
I'll
I'm
be,
dying.
I'll be wearing it while I play Warzone or something, and then I'll see my heart rate going up, and I'll get notifications. I'm like, that's not good.
It used to be like that in PUBG all the time, man.
Yeah,
that game could kill somebody if they were unhealthy enough, like straight up. If you're in the final 4
Yeah.
minimum.
I heard a story of a friend of mine who said that he was working in the hospital and he noticed he was usually on the old folks floor where people who have problems like that, strokes and stuff, but he noticed there's a young guy. So he's like, what happened? He's like, oh, I had a stroke because I got too mad playing League of Legends.
Oh
He's
damn.
like, what? Little did he know, he's like, yeah, I drank a bunch of energy drinks and I got real mad. And next thing I know, I'm in the hospital. So the man drank like 5 energy drinks and then stroked out.
So the limit is 4.
I don't know.
I-
Ben
for
Ben
some
got pretty
people-
close one time, a long time ago when it was my birthday. He came over, had him and some friends over. He drank like 5 monsters, and
Within an hour.
we had to force drink him
Jeez.
water. We had to force feed him water. Like we had a whole jug of water because he was about to have a heart attack.
I was literally me. I was this
Uh,
close to dying. I could see color, and like the room was
see
spinning.
Yeah, you can see color.
Yo, this cup's red.
One time
I'm
before a
tripping,
concert,
bro.
Wait, I just realized what I said.
I was going to a concert, and it was one of those rare times where the concert fell on a Saturday. So I was like, yes, perfect. I don't have to get up the next day with blown out eardrums and try to go to school. So I got like 2 Red Bulls and some snacks for us to go for my friend who would always drive. So I drank a Red Bull. I was like, you want this other one? And he's never been an energy drinker. He's like, nah. I bought it, so I might as well drink it. So I downed it. And I was sitting there, and we were waiting in line, and
My man.
I was like, this ain't too good. And I started like sweating Red Bull. But once I got in a concert and sweated it all out, it was good.
I just wanted to point out, like, how is Lucas not dead? Like, the man comes into work half the time with like the monster cans that are this big and about yay thick, and it's just like, holy balls, man.
And then
It's in my veins, man. It's in my veins.
They're gonna have to
What's crazy
like,
about Lucas, he gets the off-brand energy drinks, the stuff that has like heroin in it.
That's the better stuff, man.
I mean, no,
You gotta go get the Banes over here.
that's what
It's
it
not
is.
Bang. It's not
Yeah,
Rain.
bro.
It's not Monster. It's
Dude.
like Bull Red. You gotta.
No,
find
it's
those.
Lane, dude. It's
Grease Monkey
Lane.
or whatever it's called. Like what's
let's
No,
just all go do
Brian gets the
cocaine.
other
Grease monkey?
Ryan gets the
there's
ones that
something
are
that's called
literally like
something
most
monkey.
illegal.
Grease monkey?
I don't know
Dude,
what you're talking about.
my favorite energy drink right now is I like Rain because they're semi-healthy for you, but they have this one called Orange Dreamsicle.
Oh my
Freaking-
god.
It,
That one gives
it
me like
tastes-
back pain though. I
But-
don't know why.
back pain.
Yes. Anytime I drink one, I'm just like,
Different flavors give you different like symptoms. I drink this one, I go blind for an hour.
oh my
Right.
god.
Dude, they should have an energy drink that just has Viagra in it. That'd be freaking.
I don't think that's a
fun.
good
That's
idea.
that's not a good
Sounds like
idea.
a bad
Yeah.
idea.
I feel like it'd be a good time.
I mean, energy. Anyway, yeah. This.
no, we gotta, we gotta
Quarantine is
topic
treating
quite
Ben
hard.
right.
During quarantine, I dyed my hair. That's something.
Yes, you
new.
did. Yeah.
During quarantine, I've grown out my hair. It's a little bit longer, all going back.
I'll never forgive coronavirus. They started forcing us to wear masks. It might not look like it on this, but I have to shave. I had to cut off an entire like 1.5 inches of my beard, just so I could wear a mask.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a
I
bad
can only
time.
grow a dirty Sanchez, so I don't want to hear it from y'all.
So I don't
Didn't
know.
shave the side of your face. You could grow the rest.
I did. I tried to do
I
a
don't
little
think
trimming
so.
this morning.
It's very-
You could.
Benson, your beard's looking good, man. It's coming in. It's gonna look sick.
So, Will, let me tell you this. Everyone's beard is patchy. You just gotta let it grow out long enough to cover up the patches.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a spot right
I
here
remember that spot.
yeah, where like I didn't have any hair. It was just like bald, and then, and I was like, I can't have facial hair.
Okay, back on the chip.
I'm just letting the stash grow out for right now.
But, you
Really
wanna talk
cool
about the chip?
uses. Yeah, dude, I want to talk about the chip. I got one idea about it.
What you think?
Man, it would be cool if it could like take all your like everything from your body and just be like, okay, here's the perfect diet and workout plan for you.
True.
And force you to do it.
Do that.
No, not force you to do it. Well, yeah, but no, I'm talking about like you have scientific evidence, not just someone saying
What do you think
This
a
is the best
nutritionist
way.
is?
someone that gets paid to tell you to do this stuff.
They all have different things that they say.
Yeah,
There's,
like you could go to one who's
person
like,
that's
"Ugh."
like, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't drink this, don't do this.
I mean, yeah, but that's for
Don't
anyone.
lift weights,
You gotta
don't do
learn what your
cardio.
body type is. Like I can sit here and eat all day, but I'm still gonna weigh 150 pounds.
You got to find out what it's going to tell you, because like there are many different diets. You can diet based off your blood type. Like they have specific like blood type diets that you can find.
I
Or
don't
is it
know
going
what
to
my
tell
blood
you?
type is.
Or is it going to tell you based off your BMI? So like you'd have to figure out exactly what it would tell you off of. But yeah, it would be dope.
Register everything into one and to make the perfect like body that will last you as long as it possibly can. That kind of diet.
Chris from Parks and Rec. Chris, what's his last name?
Chris Traeger.
Traeger. I couldn't remember.
And Perkins.
Ron Swanson.
He gets like one little cough and instantly just thinks he's dying.
I am dying.
So
Scientists say the first man to live to 150 years is already alive. I plan to be that man.
let me see if I have it. I'll be right back. Keep going. But chips are okay.
Let me check something.
Some chips.
Adam wearing his.
We've been
button up.
recording for about an hour now. I don't know if we.
All right, I feel like it's been over an hour,
The first
probably.
20 minutes was us dicking around.
Yeah. So I would say a total of maybe 45 minutes we've been recording.
I think we could end it soon.
We could. Let's see what Lucas got.
So you want to talk about some chips? I'll talk about some chips.
Oh god.
This is kind of my
What you
area,
got, bro.
So
You and your freaking thing.
Oh yeah, you're.
Hold up. Let me go
this
get my
is-
Doritos.
right. So this is a chip. So this is something that I currently have inside my body right now. It came to me from a company, and it came with everything that I needed inside the package. The chip. I got the a paper clip in here where my magnet is, and I have an option to get something else a little bit later, which I plan on. This company is a great company. They make not a sponsor, but they make a ton of different options as far as implantable chips. They do implantable biomagnets, stuff like that. I will tell you that the technology to track you based on your location with a chip far off. So every chip that they have available right now, and I mean these are the ones that people are home brewing and figuring out how to do, like cutting edge of like the top tier for biohacking and stuff like that. These people are into it and have been for years. The closest you get is NFC, near field communication, and maybe you get some RFID, but even RFID, like the distance is
Right there, yeah.
here, so you don't have to worry about being tracked.
So
Yours
what
is
they're
literally
also
just a
gonna
magnet.
do is they're
mine's
gonna
just a magnet.
shove an antenna up your butt, and then that's how they're gonna track you.
But
So
but
probation.
the amount of
Probation.
information
probe.
that you can keep on a chip is super small right now. It's not, especially if it comes out this year. Like if it came out with the virus this year, next year, I don't care how much money they've pushed into it. Like it's not going to be, you're not going to have GPS tracking. You're not going to have, any type of anything in there, because like even the NFC and RFID chips only work when they're around what you need them for. Like that's the point of NFC. It doesn't require any power. It can gain you access into things. Same thing with RFID. You can get access, or you can store small bits of information, but it's not going to track you. It's not going to give anybody information unless you give them that access. Now, do I think that it's wise for everybody to go and get a chip? No. Like my implant didn't hurt, but like it takes a lot of time to heal. Like you're going to have a ton of people who get rejection. A chip would be the worst way to go about doing any of that stuff.
That would be hella expensive to make too.
Yeah. And then
Say hypothetically you wanted to give everyone in the
Especially
country.
for
What's our
every
population?
US citizen, yeah.
Like
I mean
8
it's
or 9? No, it was,
Definitely over 1 million.
forget what.
more than 6 people. It's over $100 a person if you just get like a simple like injectable.
Well, I would dare say that this was a
Wait,
like
restart that. I was yawning at.
I would dare say that this has been a pretty successful podcast. We done talked about everything from the apocalypse, the mark of the beast, zombies, aliens, the virus. The only thing we didn't mention were the now active volcanoes that are all over the place. We'll save that
People.
for another note. But yeah.
Or the gay frogs.
Yeah, so we.
I meant to do this at the beginning and I totally forgot. I wanted to apologize to everybody first off that we haven't had a bunch of big videos come out recently. We haven't obviously been able to get out and go anywhere or do anything because of this quarantine. So that is why we have again reverted back to our original method of communication, which is over this internet call, versus what we hope to be the future of everything, which is going to the cabin and being able to have a full studio set up. We've got a lot of stuff in the works. We've got potential for some talk show stuff coming up that we're really trying to work on. I know Ben and Benson, you both said that Bean and Benson, you guys said you had an episode coming out that should have just came out right before this one. This video should be out on the 29th. You guys should have just came out the Wednesday before this. My video should have just come up the week we're recording this. Actually, in about 5 days, we'll be up on the 6th. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that so far. And then Will, you have a video as well that would be out 2 weeks after or before this one. So hopefully everybody's enjoyed that. Should have been about the what again?
Who, me?
Yeah. What's your video going to be about?
I will be discussing the Freemasons / Masons. That technically means the same thing.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that.
Illuminati.
We do plan on getting, hopefully, if we can, get together relatively soon and do some big videos where we're able to go out and actually get to some places, do some either exploration or investigation, whatever it is, talk about some really unique topics. We've talked about going to what was the place you mentioned 2 days ago, Will?
Oh, so there's
it's
an abandoned factory that was like World War II era where they made. I want to say someone told me ammunition and stuff. But
okay.
We've still got the Lyric as an option.
Potential for that. We've got the Lyric coming up, the Lyric Theater in Tupelo, Mississippi. Something that's supposedly really haunted. We've talked about going to an abandoned ghost town in a couple different places. There's one in Mississippi. There's also one in Tennessee. Both of them are very doable for us. I think we could make happen. So we've got a lot coming down the pipeline. So hopefully you guys stick around. Let us know what you've liked so far that we've done. Hopefully you guys are sticking around to the end of the videos. That way you can hear all this. Like I said, I meant to put it in the beginning.
And I just wanted to impart to you guys, just please stay safe. Do what's best for you and your family, and we're thinking of you for sure. So.
As always, stay strange.
Stay strange.
Stay strange.
Stay strange.
Stay strange.